For this studio, I chose to look at Coraline, a stop-motion animated children's horror movie that follows a young girl as she discovers a hidden world concealed within her new home. When Coraline uncovers a little door sealed beneath wallpaper, a magical tunnel extends before her, glowing brilliant blue and purple. Coraline crawls through and finds herself in the other world, an idealized version of the real world. The difference between Coraline's real world and the other world is reflected through the architecture. The drab and rundown house is replaced by a vivid and whimsical version. The dying garden has been transformed into a thriving image of Coraline's face, and the sad basement apartment has been transformed into a grand theater. I was fascinated by this mirroring of worlds, and for my project I decided to combine both Coraline's real and other worlds into one structure, concealing this other side around corners and between walls. Part of the unease of Coraline is the knowledge that danger lurks just on the other side of a door. What environment is created when the other permeates the entire house, making it inescapable? The illusion of Coraline's perfect otherworld does not last long. As Coraline refuses to sew buttons into her eyes and begins to question the other mother loses control of the facade. The world outside crumbles to pieces. Inside, the house is peeling apart. In a terrifying last standoff between the other mother and Coraline, the living room unravels into a spiderweb, plunging Coraline into the center. For my depiction of the other world, I chose to maintain the motif of this spiderweb. Coraline is set in Ashland, Oregon, a small town of about 20,000. The Pink Palace apartments are slightly outside of town and are secluded by a mountainous range. I chose to bring Coraline to the real world, relocating the Pink Palace to the side of the Barnacle in Coconut Grove, as the lush vegetation provides a similar separation between site and town. Rather than redesign apartments, I maintained the outer shell of the house and changed the inner program. Throughout the movie, the relationships Coraline develops with other children are extremely important. Without Wyborn or the Ghost Children's help, it would have been impossible for Coraline to escape. For this reason, I designed an orphanage. Certain rooms scattered throughout the orphanage, such as the theater on the second and third floors, are accessible only by climbing through the web or hidden entrances. At the core of the web, concealed behind the mirror, is the entrance to the endless well that Coraline eventually throws the other mother's hands down. Throughout the movie, characters tell stories of the well to each other. For example, if you throw a stone, you won't hear the splash, but if you look down in the middle of the day, a sky full of stars will stare back at you. Given the barnacle's relationship with water, I knew I wanted to include this well. I chose to incorporate it into the spiderweb as a central theme of danger. I wanted the web to act not only as a dangerous layer, but to be a method for children to move throughout the house, and for them to discover areas they otherwise would not have. So while the initial discovery of the web might be a surprise, children in the house could return to the web again and again.